I'm actually going to show you how to change a flat tire. Here we go. First, we're going to pretend that my tire is flat. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is go around to the back of your car and see what you got. You will find where your handle is or whatever to lift anything you have here up. Your spare tire will be down here under it. And sometimes these stay up, they just flip up and they stay. Other times you have to take it out. I believe I have to take mine out. So that's what I'll do. So now that you see what you've got going on here, you need to find your jack and all the parts that go with it, which is a wrench basically, and you need to get your tire out. So that's what we're gonna do first. And in this case, I know, and in most cases, I believe, you have to undo something here in order to get the tire out because it holds it down in there. So I just screw that off. Ooh, very squeaky. All right. And then we're gonna lift that tire out. So now you'll be lifting the tire out. Be as careful as you can and watch for your back. Okay. And there's your spare. Now that you've got your tire out, you'll need your jack. Way to reach for me. Do the best you can. You'll need your jack, and then you'll need your wrench and anything else that's like here you might bring with you. And I'm gonna put this down first. Wrench. Then I believe this piece goes to, because that makes it work. Okay, so now you've got your pieces. So before you jack up the car, you want to loosen, but not take completely off. You want to loosen your lug nuts. So you just grab this out of your trunk and you want to make sure that you've got it all the way on, not just barely on the tip of it, okay? You have to wiggle around and just really take your time to make sure it's all the way in. And then, as the saying goes, lefty loosey, righty tighty, so we want to go left with it. Just loosen a little bit, that's enough. You do that to all of them. Some will be tighter than others. Got it. So now they're loose. Now we're ready to actually jack up the car. What you need to do is get on your knees and find the jack point. That's the place where you put the jack so you're not hurting the rims of your car, whatever. So to do this, you have to get on your knees, look under here. Now you're not looking way under, you're just looking on the edge here basically. There will be maybe an indent. Mine happens to have both. It has an indent and it has a little, it looks like a yellow warning sticker or whatever that says that's the jack point. So that's what you're aiming for. So you take your jack and you get it close to that area. You can maneuver it a little closer when you get, when it gets up higher. You get it to that area and then you get it started, get it going, however your jack works, but they usually work pretty much the same. You can see that's raising. Can you see here what we've got going on? Take a look. It's got like an indented area here. And mine has a little sticker right there that says that that's the jack point. You're gonna aim this part of the jack to that piece of metal there in order to lift the car. Okay. Here we go. It's on the notch. So now you'll grab this part and you put this hook part through the loop here on the end, and you'll have to hold it out basically like this and use this as a crank. Okay. I don't know if you can see the tire lifting at all, and hopefully it'll do that. It's not easy, I'll tell you that, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. For me, it's slow going, but that's okay. If you have a flat and you're depending on yourself, you can do it. What you're looking for is for the tire to be off the ground by about 1/2 inch. I think that might do it. I'll remove this. So now you've got your doohickey to do your lug nuts all the way off this time. Remember, you go left. Make sure this is all the way on each one of them. It's off, got it, got one. Make sure you put all your lug nuts in the same spot and you're not gonna lose them. Now comes the very fun part of taking this big sucker off. So you might have to kind of wiggle it a little bit. Sometimes it gets stuck and you have to kick it. Hopefully none of those things are gonna happen right now, so let's go. Ooh, nice. Okay, I got it. That was way easier than I thought. Now we gotta grab our spare. Now you're gonna have to line these up with the holes as much as possible. Get on your knees, kind of get down there the best you can, however you can lift this sucker. I've only done this one time before, I'll have you know. And that was in my driver's ed class in high school in 1983. No, 1982 probably. Wow. Let's hit the ground. There. I think I got it. So then you want to get your lug nuts and this, and you put them on. Okay, once you've got them on and you just hand tighten them, now comes this guy and tighten the heck out of them. So leave this out so you can get to it. We'll need it again. We need to take the jack and make the car go back down again. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing but in the opposite direction. All right. This is much easier going down. Pull that out, and then you can bring it down the rest of the way Now you left your wrench here. You need to tighten these again, but don't tighten in a circular fashion like we did originally. You want to tighten them in a star pattern, like you'd be drawing a star. That's, for example, like here, there, here, there, here. So, most of the hard part's done. However, we need to put all the stuff that we used back in the car, get ourselves off the road, because most likely you're on the side of the road. That's no good. So you can kind of undo the jack, you know, bring it back down later. Just get it in your car, get all the pieces and parts in the car. Now the hardest part's gonna be getting that big tire that's, let's say, flat, back in your car one way or the other. If you can, without hurting yourself too much, you know, just be careful. Try to get that back into the back of your car. If you can't do that, you can perhaps open the door and kind of roll the tire to the area, and kind of lift it up to roll into the back seat of the car, possibly. However you can get it into the car and go is the most important thing. Then, one more very important thing to know before you head off to your tire repair place or home, wherever you're going, is this sticker here. There will be a sticker on your spare tire, and what this says is you can only go 50 miles per hour max, or 80 kilometers max. The reasoning for that is that this is just a temporary tire, it's just a skinny one, and anything over 50 miles per hour will make it too hot and you'll just have another blowout and you have to do all this again and you don't want to, trust me. So just make sure you stay under 50 miles per hour on your way to the tire store or home or wherever you're going. And that's it. Once you get to whoever's going to help you fix it or change it, they'll take care of all that stuff and they'll put everything back. It'll be great. So there you go. That's exactly how you change a tire.